focused a lot on chest openers, kind of shoulder openers, from all of, kind of counteracting all of that sitting that a lot of us have been doing. So I figured we'd kind of go on that theme tonight as well, but then also focus on the hips, right? So I think a lot of times when we think about sitting, we definitely notice, kind of our shoulders, but we don't always notice then, what kind of happens to our hips. A lot of times we kind of, this rounding that we get at our computer just kind of slowly starts to follow all the way down, right? So figured we'd get started tonight. Again, just really being aware of our posture, how we're seated. If you have any pillows close by, anything handy, couch cushions, bedroom pillows, anything you can get your hands on, that's great. If you don't have it, it's totally fine. Don't worry about it. But stuff like this can be really helpful when we're sitting on the floor. So you can sit up on one, depending on how you're feeling. Maybe you grab another one. Because the higher we can kind of get our hips up, it's already going to kind of press our pelvis forward, right? And then we can really press down through the sit bones. And then it also starts to really relax the hip flexors too, if the knees drop down a little bit more, right? So just sit up nice and tall, bring the shoulders up by the ears, back, and then just drop them down. And just focus on your breath here. Just take this moment for you. Just notice how you're doing, how you're feeling. Think about your reason for practicing yoga tonight, and what you're looking for from the practice. And just think about if there's anything you're looking to let go of. Right now is the time just to leave anything that doesn't serve you anymore at the door. And we'll take about 2 more deep breaths here. So soft, smooth breathing. And on your inhales, you want to inhale as much air as you can without forcing it, right? So we almost want to have just a little bit of space left. Like you think you probably maybe could inhale a little bit more. Just kind of leaving that soft space and then exhale. And again, pausing, maybe even feeling like you could exhale just a little bit more. And then going next into your inhale. Right, so not forcing the breath, thinking about the breath being nice and smooth. And one more breath here. Good. And then slowly inhale, float the arms up, looking up. And then we'll exhale, take a twist. So take your left hand to your right knee, reach your right hand back behind you, and then sit up nice and tall. Reach up through the crown of the head and start to look over your shoulder. Deep breathing here. And then inhale back to the center, exhale over to the other side. Using that right hand to press into your knee just to twist a little bit deeper. Keep reaching up through the crown of the head and looking over the shoulder. And then exhale, gently release and come to the center. And we'll bring our hands to the ground, just roll over your ankles. If you've got your pillows, you can place them over to the side. And then just come up to your tabletop position here. So spread your fingers wide, toes are untucked. Inhale, drop your belly down. Lift your sit bones up, lift your chin away from your chest. Exhale, rounding your spine here. So just noticing how it feels to move your spine, noticing the different tilts of the pelvis. And then exhale, coming back to neutral. And then from here, we're going to inhale the right leg back behind us with the knee bent. And then think about rolling hip open here. And this right leg is going to straighten and reach your arm up, looking up. You can stay here or take your right hand and reach it back behind you. So pressing through that left hand, really rolling open through the chest here. Deep breathing. And then exhale, gently come back down to the ground, and we're going to do the other side. So inhale, bring that left leg up with the knee bent. Think about rolling the hip open and then straighten the leg, press the foot down, reaching your arms up. You can stay here or you can bring your hand back behind you. Keep rolling that chest open. And then exhale, gently come back to your tabletop position. Good. And then from here, just tuck your toes under and lift up to your downward facing dog. So feet are hip distance apart. Bend your knees deeply. Bring your chest towards your thighs. And just pausing here, pressing through your hands. Really bending through the ankles. Good. And then on your inhale, lift your hips straight up. So straighten your legs. You're on the balls of your feet. And then exhale, start to press the heels down. Any amount here. Just feeling that deep stretch in the back of the legs. And then take your right hand and bring it towards the outer edge of that left leg. Start to turn your head and look underneath your arm. And then gently release. Right hand down, press your hand down. Left hand to the outside of the right leg. Turn your head, look under your shoulder. Good. And then exhale, gently release. Walk your hands back towards your feet. And just coming into this ragdoll pose here. So maybe clasping opposite elbows if that feels good to you. Shake your head yes and no. Just completely relax the jaw and the neck. Maybe start to sway your upper body. And inhale, bring your hands to your shins, press your back flat, draw that low belly in and up. Exhale, fold forward. And we'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, fold. And inhale, lifting that head up. Breathing here. And exhale, bring your hands to the ground. And from here, we're just going to walk our hands forward, and we're going to come into our plank pose and lower all the way down to the ground. So just coming all the way down onto your belly here. I'm just going to turn around so you can see me. Good. And then bring your hands in by your lower ribs. Inhale, start to lift the head up. See if you can squeeze the shoulder blades together. Activate the legs. See if you can get the thighs and the kneecaps off the ground. And exhale, come all the way down to the ground. Bring your hands down by your hips. Press the backs of the hands into the ground. And then inhale, lift the legs, lift the chest. Keep pressing the backs of the hands down, lifting up a little bit higher. Good. And exhale, come to the ground. Bring your hands by your ribs again. This time you can come up into your low cobra, or if you're feeling like it, you can come into an up dog. And then exhale, roll over your toes, press back to your downward facing dog. And then gently drop your knees down to the ground. Bring your knees mat distance apart, big toes together. Press your hips back, come into your child's pose. So really walk your fingers forward and then feel your forehead melting into the ground. And then from here, we're going to do a variation on thread the needle. So just walk your hands in. You're going to take your left arm and thread it underneath your right and bring your cheek down to the ground. And then interlace your fingers. Press down with your right hand and away. Kind of getting a little bit of a stretch in the back, a little bit of a twist, a bit of a shoulder stretch. And then gently bring that right hand in. Press yourself back up and we'll do the other side. So right hand goes behind the left arm. Good. And then you're going to interlace your fingers here. Press down with the left hand and away. And full deep breathing here with sound. And then gently release, bring that left hand in and press yourself back up. Good. And then from here, just walk your hands forward. We'll come to down dog and step the right foot through, coming into a low lunge. So drop that left knee down. You can just pause here for a moment. See if you can press that right foot down into the ground and then use your arms just to sweep, or use your legs to press into the ground and sweep the arms up. Draw the shoulders down the back. Deep breathing here. You can start to look up, lift the gaze. And from here, we're going to find a little bit of a twist. So reach that left arm up and take an inhale. And then exhale. You're going to bring your elbow just to the outside of the knee. Press the palms together. Start to look up towards that right elbow. Deep breathing here. See if you can use your elbow to press against the knee, twisting a little bit deeper. And then look down. Use your inhale to come all the way up. And then we're going to exhale. Bring that left hand down. Inhale, right arm up, looking up. And then exhale, bring both hands to the inside of the leg. And then from here, just heel toe your foot out to the side. Turn the toes out. And then come down onto your forearms. You can kind of rock from side to side here, just kind of getting into your hip. Just finding that spot where you feel a good stretch and just breathing here. And then slowly start to walk your hands in and then just kind of walk the hips back. And we're going to make a transition to pigeon pose. So just heel toe your foot over towards the left side of the mat. Right? And then start to come down and start to walk that back foot back. So we want this kind of a backwards, or the 7 shape here. You can start to flex your right foot to protect your knee if that feels good to you. And then inhale, lengthen, and exhale, just folding forward. So the main thing is we want to make sure the knee is wider than the hip. And we don't want to fold forward in front of the knee, right? Because then we're not going to be getting that stretch. So just breathing here. And see if you can soften your jaw, relax your shoulders. And then gently start to walk the hands in and press yourself up. And just lift the head and the chest here, finding that extension in the spine. Good. And then exhale, just set the right hip down. We're going to swing this left leg around for another twist. So your left foot's going to go to the outside of the knee. You can kind of just pull this right foot in a little bit more. And then sitting up nice and tall here. Left hand goes back behind you. Inhale, reach the right arm up. And then exhale, hook your elbow to the outside of the knee. And look over your left shoulder. See if you can press both sit bones down into the ground. See if you can press your left foot down. Good. And then exhale, bring your head to the front. Bring your right hand behind you. Inhale, left arm up, counter twist. Elbow to the inside of the knee and look over the right shoulder. And then exhale, unwind to the front. We're going to come into our double pigeon pose. So this right leg comes forward, and then this left foot is going to stack on top. So for the first option, you're going to bring your foot below your knee. So that's a little less of an intense stretch. If you're feeling good, then you want to take it deeper, then you would bring your ankle right on top of your knee. If your knee pops up, that is okay. You can grab your pillow if you'd like. If you've got it handy and want to tuck it under, that's great. If you don't have a pillow, that's fine too. But just sitting here and start to breathe. And sometimes in this pose, if I can really just start to relax, it's amazing the change that I see in my body. My knee will go from being like up here, and it'll slowly start to make its way back down. So sitting up really tall, deep breath, keeping the feet flexed. If you'd like to take this even deeper, you can start to fold forward. One more breath here. And then inhale, slowly just bring this right foot forward. Your left leg forward. Right heel comes in towards the base of the spine for Janu Shirshasana. Inhale, arms up, slight twist to the left. And just exhale, fold forward. So really leading with your heart and your chin here. In these forward folds, a lot of times we have this tendency to try to bring our forehead down to our knee. But think about lengthening right through the spine here. Think about the chin coming down towards the shin. Deep breathing. You can even try to drop that right shoulder a little bit so it's in line with the left. And inhale, slowly come on up. Just going to bring our hands behind us for a reverse tabletop pose. Lift your hips up, drop the head and neck back if it's comfortable. And exhale, gently come down, cross your ankles, and step back to your plank. You can always come down onto your knees, and we'll just lower all the way down, untuck the toes. Inhaling, coming up for a low cobra or up dog. Exhale, gently press back to downward facing dog. And just pedal out your feet or take any movements, maybe swaying the hips from side to side. And on your inhale, step your left foot forward. Good. Drop that right knee down, untuck the toes. I'm just kind of pausing here for a moment. See if you can really press that left foot down into the ground. And then use your inhale to bring the arms up overhead. Throw the shoulders down the back, pressing into the top of the right foot. Deep breathing here. And finding our twist, reach up through the right arm and bring the elbow to the outside of that left knee. Press the palms together. Look up towards your left elbow. Deep breathing here. Just keep using your elbow to press against the knee, deepening the twist. And then look down. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, bring the right hand down. Left arm up, opening up here. And then exhale, bring both hands to the inside of the left foot. Walk the foot out towards the outer edge of the mat. And then maybe come down onto your forearms. So again, kind of moving from side to side here, just seeing what feels good. From front to back. And just noticing if this side of the body feels different from the right side. And slowly start to walk the hands in. And then just gently start to press the hips back. And coming into our pigeon pose. So heel toe your foot. So your foot comes to the right edge of your mat. And then slowly start to come forward. Again, the knee is a little bit wider than the hip. You can flex the right foot. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, folding forward here. And just relaxing into the pose. Maybe bringing your awareness back to the intention that you set for your practice, kind of your reason for practicing and being on your yoga mat this evening. Just about 2 more breaths. Just seeing if you can let go just a little bit more. And then slowly start to walk the hands in and just press yourself up, lifting the gaze, looking up, finding that opening in the chest. Good, and exhale, gently just set down onto that left hip. Bring your right leg around to the front. And then this right foot's gonna come to the outside of your left knee. You can just walk this, or tuck this foot under just a little bit. And then you're gonna reach your right hand behind you. Inhale, left arm up, and exhale. Hook your elbow to the outside of your knee and look over your shoulder, finding a twist. Really sitting up nice and tall here. Keep lifting the chest up, using your elbow to press against the knee. Deep breathing. And then exhale, turn your head to the front. Go ahead and release. Left hand behind you. Inhale, right arm up. Find that counter twist. Press your elbow into your knee. Look over that left shoulder. Keep lifting up through the crown of the head. Deep breathing here. Good. And exhale, unwind to the front. And then from here, we're just going to come into this, it's shoelace or fire log position, double pigeon. Got a couple of different names. And again, just see how you feel on this side. Again, the ankle can stay on the knee, or for a little less intense, it can move down. Just sitting up nice and tall. If you used pillows to prop this knee up on the other side, go ahead and do so. And just again, noticing if this side is different than the other. So in yoga, we want to become this silent observer, right? So we notice things about our body. We notice things about our mind and our thoughts and our feelings. And we use that information, right? But we're always kind to ourselves, right? We're never critical or judgmental. And it's just interesting information. So then we can kind of notice maybe we're sitting a different way, or maybe there is a reason that one side feels different than the other. And that can kind of, get us to explore and further inquire about these things that we're noticing. Now, one more breath here. And then gently just extend your right leg long and bring this left heel in. And sitting up nice and tall, arms up, slight twist, and exhale, folding forward. And deep breathing here. Think about lifting the torso out of the pelvis here. Keep lengthening through the spine. One more breath, and then we'll inhale and slowly come on up, and then bring the soles of the feet together, and then start to bring them in towards the base of the spine. Let the knees drop open. Good. You can bring your hands to your feet. Think about opening your feet up like a book, and then really trying to sit forward as much as you can. Right? Even tilting the pelvis forward. You can inhale, you can stay here, or you can exhale and slowly hinging at the hips, starting to fold forward. And just breathing here, keep pressing the outer edges of the feet together. And then you can use your elbows to start to press the legs down. And then inhale, slowly come on up. And then from here, just cross your ankles. And then you're going to bring your hands about 12 inches behind you. And then press the heart forward, press the hands down, press down into the sit bone. See if you can find this arch in your back, slightly looking up. And full deep breathing, feeling your lungs expanding in all directions. Good. And then inhaling, slowly come on up. And then we're just going to roll all the way down towards the ground here. Just bring your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. Just massaging out the muscles in the back. And switching directions. And then bring your knees wide with your toes together and just reach your arms up overhead. So we're kind of in this supine child's pose here. And then gently bring your hands to your knees and bring your knees together. Bring your arms out to the side and gently drop your knees over towards the right. Maybe you take this right hand and bring it to the outside of the left leg, and then turn your head to look towards your left hand. Go ahead and release. Use your inhale to come back to the center. And exhale over to the other side. Maybe the right hand or the left hand comes to the right leg. And turn your head and gaze towards your right fingers. inhale, come back to the center. Just bring your arms out like a T on both sides and just extend your legs straight up. So pressing your lower back into the ground. Maybe you feel your abdominals engage a little bit. Press the heels up towards the sky. So you can press your knees straight. Breathing in and out. And then slowly start to bend the knees. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let your knees drop out to the side and bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. And just feeling your breath moving throughout your body here. Slowly start to bring your hands to the outer edges of your knees. Gently draw your knees together. And take any other last pose that you want to take before our final resting pose. If there's any kind of happy baby or any other last twist, anything that will make your practice feel complete. And then whenever you're ready to start to extend your legs long, roll your shoulders under your body, let your arms fall out to the side. And start to relax your toes and relax the tops of the feet. Relax your ankles. Relax your shins and your calves and soften the backs of the knees. Relax your quadriceps and your hamstrings. Relax your fingers and your thumbs. Relax the forearms and the upper arms. Relax the chest and the shoulders. So release the back of the neck and soften the jaw. Relax all the muscles in the face as you rest your awareness on the spot between the two eyebrows. Resting in Shavasana. And slowly start to wiggle your fingers and deepen your breathing. Coming back to normal consciousness. And gently start to bend your knees one at a time, rolling to the right side, and gently pressing yourself up to a seated position. And keeping the eyes closed if that feels comfortable. And hands on the knees or together at the heart. And just thank yourself for taking this time for you. Thank your body for everything it's done for you today. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Great. Well, thank you so much again for spending some time with me Thursday evening. Really appreciate it. If anybody has any special requests or any feedback for future, let us know. Thank you guys so much. Again, I appreciate you being here. I'm Amy Ralston. I don't know if I introduced myself, but again, thank you guys. This has been such a bright light in my week to be able to still do what I love to do and to be able to still connect with people. So I really appreciate you guys being here with me. Thank you so much. Awesome. Okay, have a good evening. We'll see you soon. Thanks, Mary. Bye.